Shalom. Shalom, Yesharala. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rechakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching 100% truth. Wa Barakathum to the 144,000, as well as the rest of the elect. May peace and blessings be unto your households. Excuse me. It's your brother Gadal from the Great Millstone Dallas branch, and in this quick lesson, we're just going to get into in me ye shall have peace. Right? In me ye shall have peace. And, this lesson is inspired by, the priest Sha'ar, also in GMS Dallas. I just got done watching his lesson, beautiful lesson that he's going into as far as anxiety, right? And me personally, I didn't really want to speak on it, considering the fact that I don't really deal with it. So I don't really understand it like that. But, the priest, he did a beautiful job, and you could tell he was, he already gave a testimony within his lesson. So you could tell he got experience with dealing with anxiety. But what it boiled down to is that the answer was Yahweh Bashion Shah, ultimately. Doing things that are better for your spirit, which is you getting into the scriptures. You going to Yahweh Bashion Shah, watching lessons. Watching lessons is beautiful, but it's a whole nother thing when the Lord, allows you, he gives you, he brings you to that right scripture to read that you needed to hear. And that's why scriptures goes into, blessed is he that readeth. I'm going to give Revelation chapter 1 and verse 3 says, blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. Right? So blessed is he that readeth, man. Right? Going to show you, man, reading it's actually very important. I ain't saying you got to read 5 chapters. I ain't saying you got to read, a whole book. You could read just 1 chapter. You could read a couple of verses, and that will be, 1 or 2 verses could be just what you needed to read to, really, give you that peace of mind of whatever you're going through. A reminder for you to keep going, whatever you may be going through, because there's many even just recently, man, I just got done reading a couple of chapters of what was it, 1 John. I read 4 through 5, 6 around that area. It was beautiful, man. And it was exactly what I needed to read for what I was going through, right? But it took me reading, sitting down, not just you can listen to the audio Bible, but it's one thing to really sit down and give your full attention to reading, and not just kind of listening to it. It's a whole nother thing when you got the Bible out, reading it, and then just reading it on your phone. Not to say that, oh man, you can't read on your phone. Yeah, you can read on your phone, but when you pull that Bible out, man, it's a different story. It's a different story. It's something about it. But ultimately, man, the answer is him. As scriptures say, man, I am the way, I am the truth, I am the life. Yahweh Shai is meaning. So with him being a way, then you got to follow the way. And how do you find them? In the scriptures. That's why it's so important, to be around the brothers. If you've been gifted with that, being around the brothers, listening to videos. You have to be listening to videos. If you ain't doing that, I don't know what to tell you. Then of course you're gonna be out of whack if you ain't at least listening to videos. That's just the least of it. Then you got reading. Man, when you read, bro, and the Lord, like I said, when the Lord brings you to that right scripture, man, it hits hard. It hits home. Gives you the right scripture at the right time. It hit home every time. It calms your spirit and really just gives you peace. Let me just say that. It gives you peace. We'll go ahead and get that in John. This is John chapter 16. In verse 33, it says, "These things I have spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace. In the world ye shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world." Right? So in Yahweh Bashem Shai, we have peace. These scriptures, we have peace. This wisdom and knowledge and understanding, we have peace. That's the answer. You don't have peace from things in the world, drinking, or whatever vices you may have. That's not going to bring you peace. It might bring you like temporary, maybe bring you temporary joy, peace. But to be honest, it's not in comparison to you getting in the scriptures. You watching that, you clicking on that right video the Lord have you click on. Brother talking about your exact situation. Ain't nothing better than that. Right? Because the brother will say, in that video, exactly what you needed to hear. And sometimes it might not always be pleasant. But, hey, now you know, right? Now you know, and it brings you peace in knowing that, what it was, whatever, it may be. It might be like, Lord, brother might mess around like, well, Lord just probably want to toughen you up. That's why you're going through so much hell. A brother might say that, but that's exactly what you needed to hear, though. Then he bring a scripture to couple with it as well. It's like, the Lord got his ways of comforting you, but you have to seek him. And you seeking him is you doing things like this, watching videos, reading, being around brothers so they can exhort you. Hell, even talking to a brother on the phone, man, they can exhort you on the phone, but, it's way better in person, but you can also do it through the phone as well, if that's all you got. And there's nothing wrong with that. Them are the answers, man. Go into Yahweh Bashem Shai, because guess what? We all got our thorns we got to deal with. Right? We all got our thorns we got to deal with, and it sucks. It sucks. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and get that. Because even Paul, if you don't know already, he had a thorn in his flesh that he had to deal with, man. That he really didn't want to. But the thorn is there for a reason. And bro, understanding that helps, bro. That right there helps a ton. You get that from listening to brothers or reading. Right? I'm going to go ahead and get 2 Corinthians chapter 12. Start verse 7. And this says, in the title, it says, "A thorn in the flesh." Matter of fact, let me see what it says in the NLT. Let's see if it hit harder. Or not. Yeah, it's good. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 12 and verse 7. And in the NLT, it says, "Even though I have received such wonderful revelations from the Most High, from Yahweh Bashem Shai, so to keep me from becoming proud, I was given a thorn in my flesh, a messenger from Satan to torment me and keep me from becoming proud." Right? Because a lot of stuff that you may deal with, man, is just thorn. It could be a thorn. Right? Especially if you're like consistently trying to get rid of it and it's just not going away. You're praying, you fasting, and it may go away for a little bit just for it to come right back. That's a thorn right there, dude. That's a thorn right there that you just have to deal with. Hell, you may fast and the Lord, he actually let you know. Hey, that's one of my personal testimonies. It's crazy because it's spiritual, because I did the exact same thing. And I didn't do it purposely. I'm going to read this, but 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse... Yeah, I'm going to read this and then I'm going to get to my testimony. The 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 8 says, 3 different times I begged the Lord to take it away. Right? In other words, in 3 different times he fasted. He fasted 3 different times to beg Yahweh Bashem Shai to take that thorn off of him. Verse 9 says, "Each time he said, my grace is all you need. My power works best in weakness. So now I am glad to boast about my weaknesses so that the power of Hamashiach can work through me." Right? right? So the Lord said, man, the grace is all you need. His mercy, man. Because that's what we need. Oh, Ephesians 2:8. For by grace and through your faith ye shall be saved. Right? That mercy that Lord already shows in you and your belief in him. That's all, man. That's all you need, bro. Your grace. I mean, not your grace. His grace, man. In other words, man, you just gotta pray and hope that the Lord have mercy on you, cause you ain't getting out this doing of works. Hell, it literally says that in the next verse in Ephesians 2:9. It says, "Lest any man should boast of their works." Roughly paraphrasing. No man, nobody can boast in their works, man. But we still do the work to prove our faith in Yahweh Bashem Shah. So like you. But yeah, just getting into my, personal testimony, because I remember I basically did the same thing, but I didn't do it purposely. But it didn't dawn into me until the last time I did it. Because I fasted 3 different times, right? I remember the first time I fasted, the Lord literally told me, this is what is used to keep you humble, right? The Spirit, he let me know, like, this is what's used to keep you humble. This is what it's. I was like, damn. I was mad as hell. I was upset. I was like, dang, this? Out of everything, this? And then some time go by, and it got too much for me. And then like, I need to fast again. Fuck, I gotta fast again. Fast again. This time there was no answer. Then some time went by again. And this is like within like a year span of time. Shit, I even still deal with it now. But about like maybe a year or some change, it got too much for me again, just too much. Fasted again. This time, the Lord just pretty much just let me know straight up. Third time, the Lord basically told me, like, just deal with this shit. I was like, well, I mean, he did say the first time it's supposed to keep me humble, so this is something that I just have to deal with until we get out this shit. And that's okay. Right? Doesn't mean that I won't fast for it to, for the demon at least go away for a little bit. Nah. Because that's one of the points that the priest Shahar made, man. That was a beautiful point that he made, man. It really spoke volumes. And that's why it's so important to listen to, like, brothers' lessons and stuff, man. Because I just, hearing him say that just really clarified, like, okay, I ain't tripping or nothing. Like, this is pretty much normal, It was pretty much normal. Because some demons, you'll fast them off, and guess what? They come right back. Yeah, you might fast them, they might leave for a period of time just to come right back. And that's just something you're just going to have to keep doing within the truth. You have to keep fasting. We in the flesh. You have to keep fasting over and over and over. I ain't saying you got to do it every week. I ain't saying you got to do it, every day. But you damn sure got to do it more than just a Day of Atonement. You cannot look at me and tell me the only time you fast is a Day of Atonement. It's like, damn, like, is Satan not fucking with you at all? Because there's sometimes, speaking from personal experience, there's sometimes, like, bro, demons do not go away. That scripture say, man, this coming not out, like how Yahushua said, man, this coming not out but prayer and fasting. Some of these demons that you may be dealing with will not go away at all until you fast. And the one day you fast is the Day of Atonement. So you've been dealing with it all year, then you finally fast, and then it finally goes away. Nah, man. It shouldn't be like that. Like I said, you ain't got to fast every week. Hell, you ain't even got to fast every month, but it shouldn't be only one time out of the year you fast. And not to go too far down that rabbit hole. But yeah, man, ultimately, Yahweh Shah is the way, man. That's what I got in that John, man. Right? In the world, you should have tribulation, man. So when you try to go to these vices that you have, because we all got them, let's just be honest, and we all can work on them. But it's not going to give you the peace that the scriptures, the videos, the brothers can give you ultimately. It's just not, it's just impossible. So when you're going through something, man, read, man. Get to the scriptures. If you don't know what to read, pray on it. Pray on it. Go into the Gospels. Make sure you just watching lessons, man, because you just never know. You never know. Lord timing is impeccable. It's perfect. But yeah, anyways, that's all I had through the Spirit. I want to end it off by saying, Kal Halal Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rechakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching 100% truth. And until next time, I say, Shalom, Yeshua.